Is it even possible to get ChatGPT to write sales copy for your business that does not sound like absolute garbage? Everyone's telling you that you need to write better prompts to get what you want out of ChatGPT. But if you're gonna spend a whole bunch of time figuring out prompts, isn't it just easier to write the sales copy by yourself? In an upcoming video, I'm gonna talk to you a lot about how to get ChatGPT to write in your voice. But in this video, I'm gonna focus on how to actually use ChatGPT to generate a draft of your sales page copy that even if it's not totally in your voice, you can easily then skip a whole bunch of steps and add your voice into at the end. Now, what I'm sharing in this video, prompts and all, is based on the 14-part sales page framework that I teach in this video and the process that I teach inside of the sales page kit, which is my program where I teach entrepreneurs like you how to write your own sales copy. Full disclosure, I'm currently working on my own GPT for the sales page kit that will help you to write your sales page for you in your voice. That's going to be on the paid ChatGPT system, which has to be in a paid account. What I'm going to talk to you about today can be done in the free level of ChatGPT that's available to everybody. If you're interested in upcoming content about ChatGPT or my GPT that I'm creating, make sure that you hit subscribe and make sure that you get on my email list. So just go ahead and download my free sales page template, which again, we're going to be using in this video. So you probably want to download it anyway, and you'll be the first to know when I have more information about my own GPT that I'm creating for you. In this video, I'm going to be answering the following questions, so stick with me. How do you get ChatGPT to nail your tone of voice? What prompts do you put in to generate sales copy? What information do you even need to feed into ChatGPT so that it can create sales copy for you? And is this actually easier and faster, or is it just better to do it yourself? I'm gonna make the case, I think it is easier and faster. I've actually used the exact process I'm teaching in this video to write client sales copy, and it made the process so much faster for me. And I'm a pretty fast sales page writer. I've been doing it for more than 10 years. All right, let's dive in to ChatGPT and I can show you how this is done. All right, the first thing you wanna do is to get the ChatGPT chat that we have open here in your voice. Now, you're gonna wanna stay in the same chat this whole time, because if you open a new ChatGPT chat window, you'll need to start all over. So we wanna get these step-by-step done in the same chat so that you don't have to start over again later on. And then we'll talk about how to take that tone of voice, and then anytime you want ChatGPT to write copy for you, you can just plug that into the next chat. So you're gonna use the following prompt. I'm gonna copy over here and I'm gonna share with you this prompt and why it works. So the prompt is, you are a world-class copywriter. In a little bit, I'm gonna ask you to help me write sales copy for me. First, I wanna make a tone and style guide to make sure that the copy you write sounds just like me. Analyze the following text for tone of voice, style, vocabulary, and sentence structure. Create a style guide to use for all future responses. The reason why this prompt works is because it is priming ChatGPT for all the things that we need, and it's knowing that it needs to become a copywriter, it's gonna write sales copy, and that we're creating a style guide now and what we want to be inside of that style guide. And we wanna make sure that we're mentioning tone of voice, style, vocabulary, and sentence structure, because I found that when you only ask for tone of voice or style, it misses some elements and it's still not going to be perfect, but this way we're going to get a much better response from ChatGPT. Now, here's the trick. You now need to give examples of your voice and how you write and how you talk to the system. And this is what I recommend. You need 3 examples. That way there's lots of different variations and more data for ChatGPT to work with, which is awesome for ChatGPT. And here's what I recommend doing. Number 1, I would actually get a transcript from either a video you've created or a podcast you've recorded. And if you don't have those things, do a voice recording on a topic and then get that transcribed really quickly. You can do that at rev.com. It's super cheap to get the AI transcription, and use that as your sample, because that's going to be the most accurate version of how you talk, because it's not you writing, it's you talking. The second thing is if you have like a blog post or any kind of social media content, I would use an example from there because that's a little bit more of like your marketing style of writing. And then finally, I would take a blurb from any sales copy you already have. It does not have to be related to the sales page you're creating right now. Again, remember what we're doing right now is analyzing text for tone of voice. Okay, I've got my 3 examples in, so I'm going to hit enter and we're gonna have ChatGPT to generate this style guide. So you can see this is what it pumps out based on what I've provided. It says my tone of voice is friendly and conversational, positive and encouraging, relatable and empathic, informative and educational. I would say that's all really accurate, and I would have necessarily used those terms to describe my voice before that. Style, casual but professional, personal anecdotes, There's lots of information here, my vocabulary. I think that's also like avoid overly formal language, Now we have our sentence structure, and that's all gonna help ChatGPT to have my style guide. Now, I could also say, we will now refer to the above style guide as Courtney Chaal's style. I want you to produce all future responses based on this style guide. So that's just a little extra thing that I'm plugging in there to make sure that ChatGPT is understanding the assignment. Okay, so we just generated your style guide in ChatGPT. Pro tip, copy the chat that ChatGPT just gave you about your style guide and save that somewhere that you can refer to later so you can prompt ChatGPT with your style guide in the future. The second thing we need to do is make sure that ChatGPT has all the details of your offer. It's hard to just be like, here's my offer and this is what's included. So I'm gonna give you a prompt where it's going to give you all the information that you need to provide. This is going to be a lot of details. These are the details that you need to be able to give to ChatGPT. It cannot make up for you about the offer that you have. And by the way, spoiler alert, these are the details that I help you to come up with and break down and create copy for inside the sales page kit, which the prompts in the sales page kit are absolutely glorious for generating great content for ChatGPT. All right, so here's the prompt that we want to use to give all the details to ChatGPT about our offer. So I'm going to get rid of the word prompt. It says, next, I'm going to give you all the details about my offer. What other details about my offer do you need to write an amazing sales page? And then this is all the detail that I want you to give. Again, this is the content that I help students to like tease out of them and decide inside the sales page kit. And the sales page kit is basically a bunch of prompts that can work inside of ChatGPT, which is what I'm basing my GPT off of that I'm creating, can actually just walk you through this process. So if you don't have the sales page kit, this is what you're gonna do, is you're gonna answer all of this information. If you need help brainstorming this information or making decisions about this information, you could totally ask ChatGPT to do that. That's beyond the scope of this video, but if you're like, I need help brainstorming a name for my offer, you could totally ask ChatGPT to do that. For the purposes of our video, we're gonna assume you have all this information and you're gonna plug that all into the system. Okay, now I've plugged in all of the information there and we're gonna hit enter, and ChatGPT is now going to ask me any follow-up questions it has in order to help make me copy, because at the end of this, I said, what other information do you need to be able to write the best possible copy, all right? So now, here's some things that might be helpful. What you wanna do is answer those questions from ChatGPT in as much detail as possible. No, ChatGPT can't do that for you, but you can also ask follow-up questions to those to say, okay, because ChatGPT wants to know what sets the sales page kit apart from similar products or services. I could say, hey, can you ask me some follow-up questions to help me create the USP? Like, you can do that because it's ChatGPT. You can do whatever you want. You just want to make sure that you're giving ChatGPT all of the information that it needs in order to write your sales copy. Okay, we're getting to the fun part here, which is where we're actually gonna start to have ChatGPT producing copy. I want you to take a deep breath. Don't worry, you're probably not gonna love the first thing that comes out. And also it might take a little practice of getting the prompts correct. But even if you get some very mediocre copy here, it's still going to give you some meat and potatoes for your sales page that you can finesse later. So stay with me here. I'm gonna walk you through how to prompt ChatGPT for all the main sections that you're gonna need on your sales page. And I just wanna remind you that remember, we're following the 14-part sales page framework that I teach inside of the sales page kit. Make sure that you download my free sales page template in the description box below. It's a great example of a little plug and play template format that you can follow in order to understand the framework. The first section of copy that we want to have ChatGPT create for us is our cloud section. And we're going to break this down. We're going to have ChatGPT generate headlines and then body content for each of the sections. So we're not going to be like, okay, go read a sales page now, which is a huge, big, massive mistake that so many people are making when using ChatGPT is they're not breaking down the process enough. And to be honest, it's the mistake you're making when you're trying to write sales page copy on your own as well. So ChatGPT is just forcing you to like think in smaller pieces. The first section, which I call the cloud, this is where we resonate with the main core frustration that your target client has right now. This is the prompt that I want you to plug in. All right, we're gonna ask ChatGPT to rate 10 hooks for your sales page that would pull the reader in. These hooks should speak to the frustration or problem that my target client is experiencing right now. You can give it a little bit more information. It could be that they wanna get rid of, and like, you know, what questions do you have for, I could add that again, I love to add that one. What questions do you have for me in order to write the best sales page hooks possible? Okay. And then we're going to ask ChatGPT to do that. They are asking me those questions because that's what I asked for. And then it also just produced some hooks for me. So here's the key. Here's what I love to do. So that's step one. Step two is I'm going to take this prompt here and I'm going to ask ChatGPT, which of the 3 above hooks do you think would be the most captivating to my audience and why? I just like to keep going. I think too many people are losing the opportunity to get the most out of ChatGPT by just being like, it produced something, I didn't love it, like, what do I do about that? Or like, I'm gonna abandon the whole thing. Is look at what ChatGPT said, and then I usually from there, because I don't even read all of them, like I'm lazy. I'm just gonna go, okay, which one is the most compelling to me? I like this like staring at a blank page thing. And so what I'm gonna do is if I like one, I'm just going to go in my blank Google document that I have, I'm gonna pop that as my first headline on my sales page. So I can copy my favorite headline over and I can just put it in a blank document. That's totally fine. Or I can actually go into the sales page template, which again is in the description box below this video. Make sure you have that. And this is what we call our cloud headline. And I can literally just paste that right into the template right here, because this is what we're going to be using to build our page. Now, you don't have to go straight to the template. You can start with the blank document and we can move on from there. Now, the next thing that we want to do is we want to get the body copy going. So what my prompt for that, again, the body copy is like after the headline, we have content that needs to fill in that section. That's the body copy. Is I'm going to go into ChatGPT and I'm going to give this prompt. Make a list of 10 examples of what my target client might be experiencing that is making them insert pain point here. So the pain point is going to be whatever was said in the headline that you mentioned. So I'm going to put like making them sick and tired of staring at a blank page, unsure of how to craft compelling sales copy that converts. Okay, so I'm gonna prompt ChatGPT to be like, all right, expand on that, tell me more. And then you can go through this and you can pick your favorite ones. At this point, when I'm doing what I call a shitty first draft, I just take all of them and I'm going to just plug them in to this draft right here. Now, if you actually go through them, you could go through and actually start like plugging them into here, but then you need to choose the ones that you really like. I'm trying to just get the structure of a sales page going. So all I'm gonna do is plug them into that document. The next section we need to create is what I call your gold section. So it's just the flip side of the cloud is what's the result that we're gonna help people to create. We're gonna do this process exactly the same as we did the cloud, just with slightly different language in our prompt. Take a look. All right, so I'm just plugging in the prompt for the gold headline, 10 compelling headlines that speak to the number one result or transformation of the offer. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. You can also say like rewrite the headlines to be more, and then I can go back to my style guide and I can say, I want them to be more funny, And so then I can get those headlines, okay? And I might not necessarily love them, but then I'm gonna go, okay, great. Based on, or which of the following 3 do you think is the most compelling and why? And then we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna pull these out and we're gonna copy it into our sales page. It's time for a bonus tip. This one is really helpful. I wanna tell you, if you're getting language from ChatGPT that you're like, oh, that sounds so ChatGPT, we need to make a list of words that you do not want ChatGPT to use. Like, why is ChatGPT so obsessed with rocket ship emojis? I have no idea, but I actually have a list of words, phrases, emojis that I don't want ChatGPT to use. And I just copy that list and I say, rewrite the following and don't use any of these words or emojis, or please rewrite the copy and in the future responses, don't use any of these. And that's something, once you have that list, you could prompt it a lot earlier on in the process to make sure you don't get any responses like that. All right, this video could get really, really long if I go through every single one of the sections and the prompts and how to then like finesse the prompts and the responses. So what I'm gonna do is in the description box below, I'm gonna give you a link to a Google Doc that has all of the prompts that I'm sharing in this video and the ones I want you to use for the rest of your sales page. What you're gonna have in the end, and this is actually a sales page I created using ChatGPT yesterday for a client, is a great rough draft of the page. Again, you don't have to love the language that it's producing, but the same thing that's happening when you are getting frustrated with ChatGPT is the reason why you get writer's block in the first place, is you're getting too hung up on the first output being the best output, instead of focusing on getting the meat of the sales page and having it structured correctly. And now what you can do, and what I've done, is I've printed this out and I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna make notes and I'm gonna add my own edge and personality, and obviously my client's personality on top, and make sure that I'm coming up with headlines and things that are a little bit more professional and at the level of copy that I desire things to be at. What I found is that by paying for ChatGPT and upgrading to 4.0 or whatever it is, and actually creating a chat bot or GPT that follows the sales page kit, not just framework, but actually has all the prompts from the sales page kit, I'm actually finding the outputs to be way more on voice and tone and all of that. This is something that I'm absolutely finessing at the time of the recording of this video. So make sure that you get on my email list, you have that free sales page template, that you use the prompts that I shared with you today, and keep your eye out for more information on how to get access to the sales page kit. Copywriter is what I'm calling it. And that way you'll be able to even take this up a notch, because we're always learning how to use these systems as AI tools for our benefit. It's okay if the final product here is not exactly what you wanted. It's going to be 80% of the way there, and now you get to go in and add your personality on top, which for me is so much easier and more fun than actually just getting all the content on the page to begin with.